Raised in Virginia, Naomi Cook Johnson discovered her singing talent early with her first guitar at age 7. By 15, she was working in Florida to support her large family. She later became a deckhand on an Alaskan salmon boat, saving enough to pursue her dream in Nashville. So cool. Performing at Tootsie's Orchard Lounge, been there. She drew inspiration from Bonnie Raitt, Shania Twain, singing about her challenges and resilience. I can't wait to get into it. Edgel can't either. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, Naomi Cook Johnson.
This ain't nothing new, you know just what we're doing. Life's hard, but we're gonna make it through it. Life's hard, but we're gonna make it through it. You can't stop this train. You know we not doing it for the fame, but up in the city, people knowing the name. Cause we don't stop, won't stop, yeah, we keep it rolling. Don't stop, won't stop, yeah, we keep it going. You can't stop us, whole team went global.
What's up, you sons of... I just wanted you to see what was going on. That's the vibes, though.
Okay.
What up, everybody? I got my new friend Naomi Johnson in the house, and I'm so excited that you're here.
Me too.
Welcome back to another episode of A Break with Jake, and we're about to chop it up. We're about to just chop it up. I'm really excited to figure out about you. I know a little bit from like reading, but you know it's just different when you got the face-to-face vibes.
Oh yeah.
What's been going on? How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm the most sleep deprived I've ever been. I'm a new mama.
Yeah, you ain't been sleeping.
No, I mean I'm just getting to where she's sleeping like long stretches in the night. But
oh, you got a baby?
I got a baby.
How long?
You didn't read that.
Old? I didn't know you had a baby. Dang.
She's 3 months old.
Oh, new baby.
New baby.
How's life been adjusting to that?
It's been. I mean, God, it's been absolutely insane. It's like the most. I heard this from tons of people that were friends that have kids, but like it is truly like the biggest adventure.
Oh yeah.
Of my life. It's like it is insane.
It's a roller coaster.
I've had some wild rides. This is the biggest one. For
wow.
Sure. Yeah.
That's kind of scary.
It is. I mean, it's scary, but it's also like I like things in life that are a little scary. I've always been that way.
Wow. Same.
Like,
same. Actually, same. So I think maybe I should try it out sometime. Like sometimes just see what's going on.
Someday you should.
Yeah, I've thought about it. One of my buddies was telling me once you have a kid, your life will never be the same. You will always, the rest of your life till you die.
Not only your life, you
will think about that baby every day, the rest of your life. Even when they're 45, you're going to be thinking about your baby. And I was thinking, dang, that's kind of true.
Yeah.
That's changing.
Do you want to be a dad?
Yeah, sometime. Yeah, I think so. I'd like to have, if I got to choose, if God just said dealer's choice, baby, I would go 2. Give me 2 of them. I want a boy and a girl.
Yeah, that's the American dream. I would be American dad.
That's it. I would prefer I would prefer the older one to be the boy.
Yeah.
Just to jack up some girls.
Okay, so here's the thing. I think dudes do this with boys. They're like, I want a boy first because I'm a guy. This is a boy. I know what to do. Right?
Correct.
You fucking don't. Can I cuss on this?
Absolutely.
Okay. You fucking don't know what's going on, whether it's a boy or a girl or nothing.
Talk to me. What's going on? How are you going to change my mind? Why do I want the girl first?
So girls are just there. I think it's okay. So my husband was one of these guys that was like, I want a boy straight up. Like, boy all the way. Love that.
Oh, yeah.
The minute we found out it was a girl, he was like, I had this like breath of relief. And so they're just a little more gentle. Like girls are just less likely to like walk in the house covered in dog shit and like roll in your bed, right? Like,
yeah. I think that does make sense, and especially having the first child. Okay, see now you're kind of changing me. Yeah,
girls are just a little more careful in life in general in the beginning. Some of them, but boys are like, I mean, it's in their nature. They just want to go and figure it out and jump off the stairs and like.
Totally. I want to go. Like, where was it like growing up for you? You said you grew up in Virginia. What is that like? Is it a big town, small town? What's going on there?
Well, I was born in Virginia, but my mom was a midwife to the Amish communities.
Oh, hell yeah.
In Virginia. So my childhood was very, we were super outdoorsy. Like we were barefoot kids with like no TV, nothing like that.
What?
Yeah.
No TV?
Yeah. So I've got 10 brothers and sisters.
Damn.
We all ran buck wild.
Damn.
So it was like, it was a small town. Yeah.
God, y'all got a basketball team.
Yeah.
And the bench too.
It's so
you have
fun.
everything.
We're all really close and like we all hang out. They all live here. And everybody like
they all live here.
Yeah. Yeah, we're all like
incredible
wild Indians.
That's amazing.
It's fun.
So, like, what is some crazy shit growing up? Like, you know, you probably have some crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Some outdoor stuff. I have some
Yeah.
cool stuff, but not like, you know, 10 siblings. Why? What's some shit you could share?
So let's see.
Small town stuff.
So some favorite stories that are like, you know, in my Rolodex that people are like, hey, Naomi, tell this story.
Yeah.
Is so my mom is like a eclectic hippie. You know, she's very eccentric. And we moved to Florida. So this time I'm like 14. We're gonna fast forward through a bunch of bullshit.
That's right, Florida.
So I'm like 14. We live in Florida. We moved to like the jungle of like north central Florida on the Gulf Coast.
Damn.
And so she goes up to this gas station that's like, there's like a caution light where we live. That's it. And like a Circle K.
Oh, yeah.
And we're
you gotta have Circle K. You gotta have one of them.
You gotta have a Circle K. So we're a bunch of hippie kids like living in the jungle back here.
No shoes.
No, literally.
No shoes.
No shoes, like half of the time, no electricity.
Love that.
Insane.
Wow.
So my mom goes up to the gas station. She makes soap, like homemade soap.
Yeah, dude. I love your mom.
She's selling her soap.
She's selling the soap?
She's selling her soap.
Yeah, she is.
At the Circle K.
Yes,
she runs into this guy, and it's so rural. It's like even hard to explain how rural I'm talking. She runs into this guy up there, and he's like asking her how she makes it, and she's like, you know what the best oil for soap is emu oil. Like the bird, the emu.
Oh, yes. Oh,
and he's like, I got emu oil. And she's like, really? He's like, yeah, I got as much as you want.
Dude.
And she's like, okay. He's like, come back to my house and I'll give it to you. She's like, all right. So she goes and grabs my brother. He's like 17. She's like, ride with me over here to this guy's house.
Very weird vibes. Who has fucking
but my
emu
mom's
oil
like,
out there?
cool, I'll go get some.
Sure, let's go. Soap.
Fucking load them up.
I love soap. Yeah,
I'm gonna have the best soap around.
Oh, yeah,
so
dude.
They go like way back into the fucking jungle. Follow this guy. He's like in this like dugout, like obviously some Vietnam deserter who's been hiding out forever. Okay. He goes into his little hut. They get out of her van. She's like waiting around. She thinks he's gonna bring out emu oil. He comes out with a fucking gun.
No, dude.
And starts shooting these emus in a pen that he has.
Knocking them off. Yeah. No, and then he's about.
She's like, whoa, what the fuck, dude? What are you doing? He's
thought he already had it.
You wanted emu oil.
Oh my God, dude. There's some people on this earth that I don't think they're real humans. It's just like you're on like a trial of life. And like you just pay a subscription every month to just keep going to give emu oil.
You might lose a life, you might not. Yeah.
You got like that is wild.
So she's like, dude, don't shoot these birds. Like, what the fuck?
Was knocking them off, right?
He goes, well, I'm leaving town anyway. You can take them.
It's all yours.
So she loads up like 5 emus in her van with my brother, and they come bogging back down to our house. There's like emus sticking out of the window.
Unbelievable. Thank you so much. It's her first White Claw experience. How incredible here on Hooch. I'm excited. Yeah, look at us go. That is unbelievable. Yeah, that's great. That's great.
Yeah, so we're like, Mom's got emus. Oh my God, hell yeah.
Best day ever.
We were like, we're gonna ride them and race them and stuff.
Oh yeah.
But they're really not very friendly birds.
Oh, they're kind of douches.
The riding didn't work out very well.
Wow, I'm trying to think what I would do. So they just
ran wild on our dude. Okay, so to wrap up the story, so a hurricane comes. We have these emus like in a pen.
Oh my God, dude, that's incredible.
Hurricane
emus in a pen. That's like a
floods our house. Yeah. There's like 5 of them, and they're pretty big. And they'd get out all the time, and we'd try to corral them, and we'd be like the girls would be like laying out somewhere and be like, you'd feel something watching you. You'd look over and be like, there they are.
Oh yeah.
Everybody would try to get them.
Yeah.
We'd try to.
Incredible.
Yeah. So the pen gets knocked down during this hurricane, and the emus disappear. And like we see them kind of sometimes, and they're hanging around. They disappear. Well, a few years ago, I'm on Facebook, and this girl who lived the next town over, I'm friends with her, and she posts this thing on her deer camera. She's like, I caught these wild emus on my deer camera.
No way, dude. Eating
the feed.
Eating
and I'm
the
like,
feed.
Holy shit.
Whose birds are those?
Is there a wild population of emus in that area now from us, like letting those emus?
Oh, they were smashing. and just letting it go.
Yeah.
So that's all. That is the emus, man.
There's nothing to eat them, so they would thrive. There's like, So if we populate Florida with.
Did you ever like break any bones just doing stupid child shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't break one myself, but I broke one of my buddies' arms.
That's great. Yeah.
We were like going mudding on a 4-wheeler on church Wednesday, and we were supposed to be getting ready to go to church. But like you said, young kids, we're going to go back road and go get in the mud before church.
Boys.
And we're not telling mom. Yes. And we had a trail behind in our backyard. And I think I was going too fast, and I know the trail, but something was, I don't know. It rained a lot that day, and I don't know, but yeah.
How old are you?
I was 13, 14.
Okay, yeah.
And John Bailey, hopefully he's watching this. I'm still sorry.
What's up, John?
I'm so sorry, John. But yeah, the 4-wheeler. We went off of it. And he broke his arm. So then I had to go tell my mama. I had to bring him back because the 4-wheeler was broke. So we had to walk, and he's like, John's arm's broken.
Jesus.
So she had to call Marquita, and Marquita had to come get John to go to the hospital. That's his mama.
Love that name.
So Marquita took John to the hospital, and he broke his Finny baby,
buddy?
and he broke his arm. So that's kind of the crazy. You ever broken any bones or broke someone's?
I think I've been hit in the mouth a lot, but I never broke any bones yet.
Yeah, I feel it. I'll knock for you.
Thank you.
4. I did 4, just so you know. It's double time.
I didn't, but I was at the dentist. I was at the dentist a couple weeks ago, and the dentist was like, one of your front teeth has started to like discolor. Have you ever been hit in the mouth? And I was like, have I ever been hit?
Yep, I sure have.
So I have like chipped teeth and like.
Hey, same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got what are the it's called bonding, and I don't have veneers, but like they level them out.
These are fake because I lost my tooth whenever I was 17.
Which one's fake?
Both of them.
Both of them?
Yeah, they were real. They fell out. I was playing basketball, and I got my knee taken out on a layup, and I fell face first on the thing. Both my teeth were laying on the floor, and I picked them up and took them to the locker room. And then I took 2 ibuprofen, went back in the game.
You're like the kid from Stranger Things.
Yeah, exactly. Literally.
Oh, no.
And what was the worst is my nerve was no blood. Nerve was exposed. So the rest of the game, cold air, basketball.
Oh wait, you were like playing a game.
I was playing. We were in a big game too. So I had to come back and play. And it was miserable. Oh my God, it was miserable. Damn. When you eat cold gum and go and drink cold water?
Oh, it was like that. I hate that.
It was awful.
I think that's why I haven't tried White Claws. I don't really like carbonation. I hate getting a brain freeze.
Oh, dude.
And it kind of feels like that.
Yeah, brain freezes are the worst.
So were you playing basketball in high school?
Yeah, and then I went and played in college, and I didn't even get to play very much because we got sent into COVID. So,
dude,
that was wild. Yeah,
you were in college during this. During this fucking fiasco.
Quarantine. Yeah, I tore everything in my knee. Went rehabbed for a year.
Is that why you came here?
Yeah, rehabbed for a year, and then came back to come play. Played for 2 weeks, and they call us. Y'all gonna go home for 2 weeks? There's some disease or something.
Flatten the curve.
Yeah. So then went home for 2 weeks. Turned into 2 years, and then I grew up in church singing. So that's how I was like, I'm gonna do music.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't even know how I'm here sometimes because I was all basketball.
It's just saying yes.
That's it.
That's how you end up.
Yeah.
Where you do.
But my teeth were gone. Yeah.
They look good now.
Thanks. Yeah.
They look great.
They were bigger. And then I went to the whatever you call them, the dentist thingy, right after the game.
Yeah.
And they fixed it up for me.
So do you got to be careful? You like can't eat an apple?
No, I have.
How you feel with an
what
apple?
you call it back here,
Okay.
retainer thingies.
Okay.
They're holding them together.
Okay.
But someday it's gonna be the same way.
Any food make you nervous?
Pizza, like really crusty.
You don't want to eat a piece of pizza now.
Oh, dude, yeah, and then the tooth's coming out and the
Looks like
pepperoni.
such a bummer.
Dog, no, thank you. That's crazy. But yeah, the tooth, brain freezes are the worst, and teeth, man.
Yeah.
So you got the chips.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
I haven't broken a bone, but all my siblings really have.
Wow.
I didn't, and it's not for lack of not being rough and tough. Definitely it was. I don't know. I just never did. Maybe it's just strong bones. Baby.
Hey, that's what I'm gonna go with too.
Strong bones.
You a milk drinker? You drink milk?
I don't drink milk.
Shit, me neither. So maybe it's a fluke. Maybe it's the ones that do drink milk. They're going to break. Yeah, I'm with it. But I do want to get into this because you've been doing music for a minute.
Yeah.
Talk to me about your earliest memory. What is that?
Oh, my earliest
Where you're
musical memory?
Yeah, I just want to know what was going on. How old were you?
Man.
When did you fall in love with that thing? Music's wild.
Music is wild. And falling in love is a real thing that happens, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. It's like, okay, so I have a couple different memories, but like,
Please.
I think the first one was like, I was probably like 4 or 5.
Wow.
And I remember being able to harmonize with music. Like it occurred to me, I wanted my sister to sing this part and she couldn't do it. And I was like, why? Why can't you? And she was just like, I don't know. I just can't do that. And I was like, huh. And I didn't know what harmony was or anything, but I could always like
That's
sing
insane.
these different parts. And we, my parents aren't musical. I don't know.
Same.
Yeah. I don't know
Wild.
where it came from, really.
Same. Wild.
But we're all musical. Like all of us have an ear. It's so strange. So my mom said I used to like hum when I would nurse. So that's pretty cute. But yeah, I guess like 4 or 5 is when I was like, I started to feel something when I would sing. I was like, this feels good.
Oh, I
sing,
love that.
You know?
Yeah, and then when's the teenage age or whenever
Yeah.
you were like, okay, I kind of want to do this.
I grew up super poor, like super poor.
Same. Let's go. I want to know.
Dirt poor.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Like no electricity is what you like.
Well, yeah. I mean, we often didn't have electricity. It would just get shut off, and like we would wait till we could pay it, or someone would loan my mom money, or I would work, or my sibling we'd bring in. All of us older kids would work and bring home money.
What was the dinner? What was the best dinner y'all had? That like the special.
You're asking great questions. Okay, so this was a fancy dinner to me. Salmon.
This is what I need to know right here.
This is what I thought was like a
Finny boy, baby.
Dinner.
Finn's rowdy. He must have saw a little girl dog or something. He must be getting excited. Finn's in heat. But yes,
we ate
please
a lot
bring it
of
to
spaghetti.
me. Oh yeah.
That was that's a
big time.
cheap thing that you can feed a lot of kids.
Easy.
A lot of rice and ramen noodles.
Oh
and
yeah.
Like oatmeal. So these were meals that I had like an aversion to for a while once I got older.
Wow.
But like the meal that I thought was expensive was like Kroger salmon. Like I was like, man, we're doing all right if mom brings home some salmon.
She brought salmon.
Yeah.
We're about to eat.
Lights are getting back on.
Come on.
Now.
We're rich. Yeah, bro. That's amazing, dude. Salmon. I'm trying to think.
She bring home salmon. We're all getting showers.
Wow,
tonight.
that's big time. Oh my God, man.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
So
it's wild.
So what was the question you asked?
Well, I asked when was the time that you felt I want to do this for a career?
Okay, so I grew up super poor. I didn't know anyone in the music business, even remotely.
Same.
I didn't know anyone that did music, anyone that, everybody that I knew were, blue collar workers. My dad was a trucker and a park ranger. And so it really, I loved music and I liked playing music and I liked singing and performing for my family. But it never came into my head at all that like I could be a star.
Wow.
It just was like kids like me don't
totally
happen to that.
Totally.
I have no way to do that.
No.
So I started gigging. Like my mom bought a pawn shop guitar for us kids to bang around on when I was like 9.
Incredible.
I ended up playing it the most, and so it became my guitar. But I played on a street corner for tips when I was like 9 or 10, and I would make a couple $100 a day, and that's when I was like, damn, you could make money doing this.
Doing something right.
Yeah.
Doing something right.
So ever since then, once I hit about 15, and that's when I started like gigging in restaurants and stuff.
Wow.
But even then, I was like, what do I do next? Like
What's the next step?
Yeah, I didn't think like I could be Shania Twain or anything like that.
Totally.
It took a while.
So I also want to know, like, growing up with that many siblings and just like, what was going on? What was the music being played in your ears from being a little baby? I feel like that's such a big thing that happens with artists. You hear things as a kid, and it's like it really does something to your psyche when you get older. What was playing
away.
at the house?
I think the thing so it's weird. So when we were living among the Amish, we weren't Amish, but we lived like among them. you got to kind of look like them to live around them, or else they, So my mom was their midwife. They don't go to the hospital for babies, to have babies, or even for anything.
Oh my God.
So there was no radio. There's nothing like that in our house. So the first music I really heard was like a cappella singing in those churches, which is unbelievably beautiful.
Whoa.
Like, it's unbelievably beautiful. You might be able to find some recordings on YouTube or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. But it's like they take such pride in the singing portion of the church.
Yeah.
It's 100 voices singing in harmony. It's so beautiful. So that's the first thing I really remember of like music. And then from there, once we left that, my mom and dad, we left that area. And then my mom started playing music from her childhood, which is like Fleetwood Mac and like 70s rock.
Oh yeah.
And my dad was like an Allman Brothers fan, and then we started listening to like country music. Then I found Alison Krauss and Shania, and like that's when I was like,
damn,
this is what I love.
This feels good.
Yeah.
That's what, like, dude. And I feel like that obviously kind of is like an inspiration. I feel like with your music now, isn't that wild how that works out?
You're so right. No, I think you're so onto something with that. It's like the first things that you hear, it's like it ingrains in the way that you grow.
I totally agree. That's wild though. So then when is I want to know, like, when's the step to where you're gigging, but then do you move to Nashville? You moved to Alaska.
Yeah.
I don't want to skip over
that.
I mean, because like, is Alaska really like, sometimes is it real? Like, is that even?
I know, dude.
Do you have to have a passport to get to Alaska?
You should. It is.
Yeah, that shit's crazy. I can't believe that's in America.
It should be a territory. It's like not even really.
When did you do that?
In 2009, the summer of 2009.
So you were just
took
rocking
a job
out.
up there. Yeah.
What were you doing?
So I took a job up there. I was gigging. I got into a bad car accident. I needed some cash, and I took a job as a deckhand on a salmon fishing boat for 5 weeks.
5 weeks?
Shit was
whoa.
Jake.
Whoa.
Shit was gnarly.
You were doing some crazy stuff.
Well, yeah. I mean, you probably know this. Growing up poor, like, you got to do it.
Figure it out.
No one's coming. So
No.
when I found out you could make a few grand, I needed a grip of cash like pretty quick, and my stepdad had been going up there. My mom remarried, and he had been going up there for a few years, and he called back home one night and was like, our deckhand fell into a fish hole and broke his ankle, and we need someone like stat. And I was like, I'll go, And he was like, well, you're going to be treated like a man up here. And I was like, I'm tough as hell. I'm 19. Like, I'm doing all kinds of crazy shit. I'm like, I can do this. But I mean, there was no social media then. Like, I didn't look it up.
Wow.
And it's a lot like Nashville. I really feel like if I knew how hard it would be, I wouldn't have gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I wouldn't have gone to Alaska with like being the only girl, like, fishing on a deck with it was
that's insane.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah. That's like,
yeah.
I feel like from what I've heard, you just kind of were like living in a video game of like chapters. Do you want to play an easy, medium, hard, expert? And like that was the hard level or expert. Like you're just out here just a deckhand on what I mean, it's just wild.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That's insane.
Time. Yeah.
So like I do want to know like a quick story about something that happened there. Like
so there's a lot of Russians fishing there too.
The Russians.
And they're so competitive. So these like Alaskan fishermen that are generations of fishing, and these families have been there forever.
Yeah.
And the Russians are fishing in American water. And so they'll try to like cork each other. They call it corking, but they'll try to block each other's nets to get these salmon that are running.
Yeah.
So the state only allows you to fish for a certain amount of time because certain amount of fish have to get back into the rivers because they're all headed back in stream.
Okay, that makes sense.
So you're sitting outside, you're offshore, and you're catching the salmon that are coming back into spawn. And so you can't.
Okay, I'm with you.
Right. So
I'm seeing it.
So the state. They've got helicopters out there, state boats. They're watching everybody. If you drop your nets in a millisecond before the time, they'll find your boat to where sometimes you'll get taken out. It's like a race. They'll find your boat to where you can't fish.
Whoa.
Or they'll tell you to bring your boat, like to start going in. it's really bad if you're fishing before.
Oh
you're
my
supposed
gosh.
to. So in that window, you got to hump it as hard as you can.
Oh yeah.
And so you're working for like 21 hours straight. Like, so I think there's a lot of cocaine going on.
There's got to be some cocoa passed around on them boats.
There wasn't on my boat. I say unfortunately because I think it would have been better.
Yeah.
Maybe edit that out. But if you had a little help, it might be nice.
When you're in them, like when you're in the trenches like that, you need a little something to just,
you need some sauce.
Damn, 21 hours.
Yeah.
Bro, that's wild.
It was crazy. So you get like insane fatigue and like, which now I know why that guy hurt himself. Like if you fuck up at all, you're going to fall over. It's so wild. So the story is I saw some fishermen get into it with some Russians and they're talking shit over the radios and they start like throwing shit and your boats are like pretty close. They start throwing monkey wrenches at each other and like tossing shit over. One guy threw a flare into the boat and it exploded.
Damn.
Yeah.
Movie scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like a movie scene.
Yeah, I was like, oh my God. And it's pouring down rain.
Yeah, I don't know.
The waves are just fucking going like that.
I don't know if I would have survived that. I don't know what I would have done.
Yeah.
I might have, I don't know what would have happened actually.
My stepdad fell overboard one time too.
See, and that's what would have happened to me. I would have done some cocoa and fell right overboard, just excited. Wow. God dang.
It was wild.
So then, okay, I just want to.
The sun never goes down either in the summer.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, it was crazy.
I forgot about that. Yeah. Think about the sun not going down here. What would you do if we had a full day?
Oh my God.
Dude, I don't know what I'd do.
Well, like it kind of like dips, it kind of dips to the right and then it comes back up.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a wild time. But I came back with a stack of cash and and an experience that I'll never forget. And
that not very many people on earth have. That's insane.
Yeah, I saw one other girl the whole time I was out there. There was a big ship from Africa where we're delivering fish to. It's like Peter Pan. It's like these huge, massive ships from China, and you deliver your fish to them. It was the only other girl I saw. That ship was from Madagascar, and I was like, "Hey, what's up?" And she was
"What's going on?"
Yeah.
Wow. Incredible.
Yeah.
So let's get back into the music side of things. When's the first time you're doing this and making some money, like you were in a group, correct?
Yep. Yeah.
And how was that?
Yeah.
How does that come about?
I was the lead singer of Runaway June for 7 years. I started that band.
Where were y'all out of?
What do you mean?
Like when did y'all
formed here?
Oh, you were here?
Yeah.
Okay, beautiful.
Yeah, we formed it here. So I landed in Nashville. I went straight down to Broadway. Started like trying to find gigs down there.
Damn.
I was used to gigging.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I went into Tootsie's. I went everywhere. Broadway is so different back then. It wasn't that long ago. But so I got hired as a staff musician like within 2 weeks of living here, and I started playing at Tootsie's.
Wow.
Yeah. And I was cleaning houses.
You're a go-getter.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta hustle. I was also taking care of 2 of my siblings that were underage at this time too. So it was like I gotta bring in some cheddar. So I'm working down there. I'm cleaning houses and I'm nannying at the same time.
God dang, son!
I'm just trying to clean it up. So I end up, but I'm trying to write music and and gig and like meet people and network here. And I end up getting a Tyler Farr cut.
Wow.
Like while I don't have a publishing deal.
No pub deal.
Mm-hmm. I'm cleaning houses and I get a cut. And he was a big artist.
Yeah.
He had a couple hits. And he singles the motherfucker.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's how I first
singles it.
Yeah.
Big time.
Mm-hmm.
Big time.
Yeah. The song's called Better in Boots. I think it got in the 20s.
Damn.
Yeah. So that got attention of the pub company.
Oh yeah. Here they come.
Yeah, which was awesome. And that pub company was owned by the record label, and so that record label head came to watch me at a showcase. This is back when people did. Have you heard of that? Showcases. Artists used to like put on a show, and they'd invite all the industry people.
Oh wow.
And that's how a lot of them got record deals in the day.
So
But if you didn't get signed at that, you're dead. It was risky,
You're down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I did a showcase,
That
and
is
then
scary. Damn.
And then Benny called me. He's the record label head owner, and he said, "I'm putting a group together, and I want you to be the lead singer." And I was like, "What do you mean? Like,
what are we talking about?"
Yeah, I was waiting for him to call me, because I wanted to be. I'd never thought about being in a group ever. Like I was only doing solo stuff. And I was like, okay, you know, and I didn't get it. No one else called except for Benny. And he was like, I don't think your songs are good enough, but I want, you know, at this point I'm thick skinned. I'm like, tell me what's up. I want to just improve, you know? So he's like, I'm putting this group together. I've got this other girl. I want you to write with her. Like, would you be down? Like, are you open to that? And I'm like, sure. Like, I'll write with her. Yeah. And even at this time, so we get together, we write some songs, and then we meet this other girl, Hannah, who's the other member, and we go in and play him some of the songs that we've been writing, and he offers us a deal.
Incredible.
Like, boom. So it was like, it was contrived, but it also was organic. I think like he wanted to see like, can they write together?
Totally.
Are they good? Like, you know, the stereotypical like, are women gonna get along kind of thing.
Totally.
And it did. It worked.
It worked.
It worked. So I got signed there, and I was also kind of like, you know, I didn't want to be like a spoiled kid. It's like, you know, you're asking God for, you know, your dad for a bike or whatever, a pink bike. And he's like, well, there's a blue bike. And it's like, well, I want a pink bike. Yeah, it's like, you're getting a record deal offer. Like, you know, here. And so I was like, I'm going to do this for a while. Let's see what happens, you know?
Yeah.
And we ended up having hits and made a record.
Y'all did have hits.
Yeah. And we toured, and it was fucking great. It was
That's
great.
Insane.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's got to be.
Yeah, it was awesome.
That's got to be so cool, especially from where you came from. Just like, I'm just thinking if a girl from my town that I grew up in a town, you can look up the population.
What is the population?
19.
Wow.
Stidham, Oklahoma. 19 people.
Stidham, huh?
Stidham, Oklahoma. So, and it's all Indians. It's all it is. And it's like I grew up there, went to school there from kindergarten to 8th grade.
Were you on the res?
Yeah, no. It's just like this farm town, but it was wild.
Nothing but Indians there, though. Yeah.
That's it.
It's just cool.
It was awesome. Yeah, it was a great time, and like, but 19 people. So what I'm saying is, if I had a girl that I went to school with who gets even that far to doing gigs is a big deal.
Yes,
I would have been like, damn, she's killing it.
Yeah.
Then you get the record deal. Incredible.
Yeah,
Who? What's a during that time? What's some of the craziest shit you saw at a concert? I know that's right. You have to think about it too.
Yeah.
Did you see some fights, or did you see like some tatas or anything?
I have. Yeah. I'm so proud when like someone wants to flash their titties or like throw their underwear on stage. I'm yes,
bring it on.
I feel like a rock star. Like,
exactly. The dream. Exactly.
Does anyone want to throw bras up here?
Go ahead. I'm accepting. Yeah. Exactly.
I think some of the craziest things I've seen are fights. Probably.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. I've never seen more fights in my life than when I was on tour with Luke Bryan.
I could see that.
I saw an armed robbery go down one time when I was on radio tour. Like someone was robbing a GameStop. Like we're at a stoplight. There's a GameStop. They're getting robbed by two guys at gunpoint. Little skinny white boy. They run with, you know, whatever they've got, cash, just arms full of stuff. This little skinny white boy just like runs out chasing them. He's hitting their car, like rips off their rear view mirrors.
I knew when you said
I'm not getting shot
robbed
over
GameStop. I knew it was gonna be a skinny little white kid running out of there. Who robs GameStop, bro? Dude, he's just trying to play some video games, bro. Come on, you know he's poor probably, and he's just. But I knew when you said that.
I couldn't believe he chased them. I was like, he's got some spunk. I wouldn't give a fuck. I worked at a bank for a while.
Come on, dog.
Okay?
Wow, yeah.
And I'm like, if someone walks in here, I'm giving them literally everything. I'm gonna go to the vault before they even ask.
You're not paying me enough.
This is
for me to risk my life.
No.
Are you kidding me?
Shit, dude.
Hell no. You know what I think about? I think about not even a bank anywhere.
Yeah.
If say the boss, the main dude was working.
We are loyal.
Main girl was working.
We're loyal.
Right.
Yeah.
And someone came in at gunpoint. Would the fucking boss even do anything? Why do you want me to do anything?
Yeah.
You're going to give him the money and let him go. Like, you want your employee to
fight for you?
Shut up. You know, that's just how I feel about it.
They all got insurance too.
Dog,
you know, and if you don't got insurance, still not my problem.
Yeah,
I'm not going to risk my life for games.
That shit pisses me off now that I think about it. It's just like, you got to let them go.
Yeah.
Let them go.
Let them go.
Yeah.
That's one of the craziest things that comes to mind. But I mean, we've seen all kinds of shit.
I saw I was playing a show. We were in Arizona. I'm trying to think where we were at. Tempe. We were in Tempe.
Oh yeah, I know where Tempe is.
At a bar called Boondocks, and we were playing song. I was playing a song. I was on doing an acoustic show with my boy Eddie, and this it's terrible. This dude, hit his girlfriend, like in the face, and then all the other guys came on and like jumped his ass.
Good.
And we were on the stage like, that.
Yeah.
Like, I guess get them, but fuck them up before they come and get you. Like, kill that guy. But that shit was crazy.
Kill him?
Yeah. Security, slow down. Fucking let him get beat up a little bit more.
Good.
Couple boots to the face. But no, that was probably the craziest thing I've seen.
I've seen a lot of fights. I mean, I gotta say, like at Runaway June, people weren't raging. You know?
No,
it wasn't
totally.
like a ragey kind of crowd.
Good vibes.
But I mean, if we were opening for people, and there's bigger crowds, festivals get a little rowdy too, which I like. I like rowdy shit.
I like rowdy shit too.
But
I like rowdy shit too.
I've seen, so I don't like fights at my show. Like if there's people fighting, it's just like, you guys, like, fuck off.
Come on.
I want people to dance, not fight. Like,
Exactly.
Like, come on.
Exactly.
So there was a fight one time of two women, and this was funny. This one girl just literally, so she like sucker punches this girl. I see it all happen.
Hell yeah.
She's standing there and she's just done, and she gets KO'd right from the back of the head.
Booyah.
Somebody's like, "You bitch!" Just hits
Bang.
him. And her boyfriend's standing there, and he's like, "Hey," and she punches him right in the face. Just
buddy.
sucks him right in the face.
Knocked him.
And I'm just like, I start stumbling on my words, and then I'm like, hey, stop the music. There's a fight over here. You guys, like,
what the
get
fuck?
these fucking guys out of here.
Wow.
And the girls are just scrapping.
That's got to be a cool feeling, though, to get to say that.
To have the power.
Get the fuck out of here.
Get out of here.
Get out of here.
It feels great.
Yeah, I want to do that.
Outta here.
I want to do that one time. You just feel like an umpire,
Yeah,
You just like
I'll start a fight for you.
Yeah, there it is. And then I just give me that power, that dopamine of saying,
Hey. Get him out of here.
And then I've seen a lot of artists do that recently, and they always add stupid shit to it.
Yeah.
Hey. I'm not even gonna say the artist, but they always add shit. Hey, fucking bitch boy, I would beat your ass if you came up here.
Yeah,
and it's like,
I know what artist you're talking about.
Yeah, I'd beat your ass.
Yeah.
I'll beat your ass. Get him out of here.
He just looks so hard.
Oh my God, they would do anything.
Yeah.
But I do want to know. I'm so random. I have ADHD. I swear.
Me too.
Man,
This is fun.
Man, it is fun. But I do want to know because I've gotten to listen to the song that came out solo,
Thanks.
"Girls of Summer."
Thank you.
That made me feel like a bad bitch for a little bit.
Thank you.
I just felt like if I was a girl and I listened to that song, I'd be with my girls in a Jeep. I think about this stuff. I'd be with my girls in a Jeep with the roof off.
Yeah. Yeah, thank
Probably
you.
a tit showing.
Yeah, I would show one.
And like just feeling good.
A tit.
Yeah, just one. Just rocking out of the tank top on the right side.
Oh, I feel good.
Right
yeah.
That's what it just made me feel good. Made me feel like I was just cool and like fun. But talk to me about that song. That's such a cool song. How does that come about?
So writing this project, I stepped away from the band to do this to do my solo project, and it just kind of really felt like I was telling you before, I set out being a solo artist, and then, I've gotten where I am in life from working hard, being imaginative, and saying yes to life,
Say yes.
And I think, obviously you get discretion to where you get wise, where I'm not saying yes to everything. But yeah, the things that kind of scare me, that are a little provocative and rowdy, I'm like, fuck yeah. I'm in.
Yeah, exactly.
So, so it just, and the band was one of those things. It was something I had never thought I would do, but it was definitely the right thing. So I had always set off to be a solo artist. And
Totally.
I was always going to do that. So anyway, I started, we got off tour with Luke Bryan, and it just really, I don't know, it felt like I knew who I was as an artist and as a person. And I'd learned so much in that time. It was time for me to do my own thing.
Totally.
So I took some time to figure out what that was. I had an idea of like what the sound was that I wanted to make, but I really needed some time and some people I trusted to like let me just throw paint at the wall and dare to suck.
Yeah, you gotta suck a little bit.
And that doesn't always fit. In writing rooms, it's not pressure, but like, you don't have a lot of time to write, or it's super competitive. Like, you don't really have a lot of time to suck. You got to write good shit. And I needed a time to where like I could figure it out and sound like shit or like whatever.
Totally.
So I hit up some of my buddies here, and one of them was Jacob Durrett. I don't know if you know Jacob.
I don't.
He's Devin Dawson's brother, and he's a fucking great producer.
He's got a great name too.
Yeah, he's
Jacob,
awesome.
baby.
But I got some sessions with him. I wanted it to be real quiet, and he was like, yeah, let's figure it out, you know. So I got in there, and Girls of Summer kind of came about after I think that was our second write together.
Fire.
I wanted it to be, and Jason Duke, by the way, he was also in there.
Jason Duke is the writer on my next song coming out.
Is he really?
I love Jason Duke.
Good.
I love Jason.
Yeah.
What a guy.
What I like about that song, why I started with it, was because it felt like I'm talking about Girls of Summer. I'm super inspired by the girls that come to my shows.
Yeah.
By the people that come there. I just love the people at country shows. It's the best audience.
Oh yeah.
And
I bet you got some good-looking girls coming to your show.
oh yeah.
If you're ever in Nashville, you let me know.
Yeah.
I'll buy a ticket. And I'll be having the best time ever.
There are some hottie toddies.
Woo.
Yeah.
Hello.
For sure. And so, but there was something about that song while I was writing it, like I was writing about myself too. So there in that song, it's like I'm revealing a part of myself. I'm revealing myself as a girl of summer.
Yeah. I love that.
So that song came about. It was pretty fast. It was one of my favorite songs is Boys of Summer by Don Henley.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, what would it sound like if there was a song like this? And Jake was like, how about we just try like a Girls of Summer? And I was like, oh fuck, like
Let's go.
let's do it. But like, no one's ever gonna rewrite this song,
Right,
You know.
right.
And then it just kept building.
Say
and
yes.
It came out. Yeah.
I love that. Yeah, it just made me feel good, and I'm not even a
you.
girl, but that's how you know it's a good song.
Yeah. That's kind of my vibe too. It's not just for girls.
Right. Right.
You know, like
you wrote it from the girls.
Redneck Woman, Gretchen.
Yeah, yeah.
Like dudes loved that song.
I love that song.
You know, and like the chicks, Shania, like these are all artists that men jam to. Where it's
Yeah,
like,
dude.
you know, man, I feel like a woman. Men are like, woo.
Yeah, same. Yeah, that's me. I'm the one that's doing that.
You want to kick a door down.
Yeah, I'm like on my like seventh whiskey shot, and last call's on its way, and I feel like I'm a woman for real. I just feel amazing and like awesome. And then
showing one titty and just going
popping
crazy.
one out and just letting it rock. That's what I'm saying. I mean, but talk to me about what do you got upcoming? What are you excited about? What's going on in your world in the music side? What's coming up?
So I'm writing a ton.
Yeah.
Which performing is my first passion. I love to tour. I love the life out there. I love like putting the song, like the finality of like this performing the song. It's like it's all done.
Yes.
I love putting a show together. I'm like kind of like a high energy kind of bombastic performer. I love it.
I could see it.
Yeah, I
That's
like to get out.
fire.
I'm doing like
Oh,
I wear
yeah.
like motocross gear on stage, and
Yeah,
like
dog.
I do some high kicks.
Oh,
There's a high kick in there.
couple high kicks in there. See ya.
Yeah.
Right to the tooth. I love that.
Right to the tooth.
That's it. We have a girl named Dempsey. I don't know if you know Dempsey, but she does a high kick. She does a high kick. Yeah.
I'm dying to see
Yeah.
Dempsey's high kick.
She does. She's like known for a high kick.
Can she like kick something off your head?
Shit,
I
would-
wanna see that.
I don't think I'd let her kick anything
want a
off
little
my head.
bottle on your-
I don't think I'll let you, but that girl, she'll smack me right in the nostril. My nostril will be up in my fucking eye, and I'll be like, "Damn, Dimps, you missed."
Damn, Dimps.
Yeah, but
So I'm putting out a new song early next month.
oh, tell me what it's called because I've already heard it, and it's
called
amazing.
Living Ain't Killed Me Yet.
Oh, I just wanted you to say the title because it's so good.
Thank you.
I also, that's one thing that I can tell what you're doing. The songs have a, what's the word? Just like a longevity to it. You can always turn it on.
Thank you.
And Living Ain't Killed Me Yet. I
Thank
feel
you. No
that.
one said that. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. I was banging it in the car. I was like, Living Ain't Killed Me Yet. And that's a fact because it also goes back to the say yes thing. When we say yes and you go do some shit that's kind of a little edgy and you don't know if it's a good idea, but it always turns out to be like the best story.
Yeah.
And something
That's
you won't
what
forget.
life, like
Living Ain't Killed Me. There's Dempsey right there. Living Ain't Killed Me Yet. And talk to me about how that one came about.
Yeah, that one I felt like it was that song was really easy to write because I really feel that way. I really feel like life just ain't killed me yet, and boy have I been up against the edge, you know. And so I'm kind of like my toxic trait.
Oh, yeah.
Is rebellion.
What do you mean by that? Are you like my big sister or something? What's going on here? Parents, do we have anything? What's going on here? Yeah, same.
So like I have a real problem with authority, which is probably why I work for myself, you know. But
Yeah.
it's the engine in us. I'm telling you. And
You're like preaching.
But so
Yeah.
maybe we'll edit that out too.
I love that. So you're
So Live It Ain't Kill Me Yet. It was like it was just like verse after verse, like just kind of started to spill out, and it was like, cool. This is a good way for me to reveal my personality again, and that's kind of what I'm looking forward to in this music. That's what I felt like I missed in that band before. Was
Totally.
like that band was an entirely different thing. Like we had different stories to tell. I was really ready to tell my own stories.
Absolutely.
And Live It Ain't Killed Me Yet kind of just. It was just like rolled right out of me.
Living Ain't
like,
Killed Me Yet.
Yeah.
That is amazing. What a great title, and
Thank you.
It just made me feel good. I'm
Thank
excited.
you. Oh my God, thank you
I'm
so
excited
much.
to where, like, I have it on the phone, but where I can come on Spotify and I can be with my people
Dude,
and be
thanks.
like, check this shit out. How's this one make you feel? I feel like you just took some Adderall or something,
Yeah,
like you're
just
up on
like,
life.
ah, yeah.
Dude. Yeah, so that's super exciting though.
Thank you.
You've just been getting after it. You
Yeah.
got them singles coming.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep putting out music, and
Love
then I'm probably gonna play some shows in the early spring. I'm a new mom, and so I'm kind of like
Oh yeah.
trying to get my bearings about me with that, and really I'm super focused on this record. It's a full length album, and I'm having a lot of fun writing. So all that to be said is like I'm very like when I'm performing, I'm not very creative. I'm like doing this one job. I have to put on a whole new like personality, hat,
Totally.
suit, everything to be a writer and creator.
Yeah.
And I'm really in that right now and enmeshed in it, and it feels really good. And some of the best shit I've ever done is coming out, and so I'm kind of just going until that runs dry, and it does for me. It runs dry, and then I'm like, cool, time to
Here we
wrap
go.
this up.
I love that.
Yeah.
I think it's all about balance too. Obviously it seems like you've been in you got some skin in the game, so you know what's going on, but
What's your toxic trait, Jake?
oh shit. It has to be a different answer. Yours would probably been my answer.
Really?
Like I
You
just
can have
don't
the same answer.
I don't like being told what to do.
Man.
It's just like shut
Doesn't
the
that just
fuck
get
up.
your ass?
Yeah, it just makes me mad when
Traps
people try
my-
to when they think they can tell me what to do. I worked at a hospital, not a hospital, a place where hospital equipment got sent to us after the person died. Like
God.
oxygen tanks and shit.
The things that didn't work, obviously.
Right. And
the faulty equipment.
And then wheelchairs and shit. We had all that. And then there was a boss. I don't even care if he's watching this. This guy would try to come and tell me I missed a couple spots on the oxygen tank or some shit that we had to clean it, deep clean it. And I was thinking, you're a dumbass. Don't tell me what
Tell me what to do.
Are you
I
kidding me?
know.
Like that shit just and then that was in high school, and that's when I found out I don't like being
I got a problem with authority.
and I was a bad kid. I
Yeah.
got swatted a lot with a wooden pad right in my ass. And
Yeah.
I just knew I'm just not very good at being told what to do.
We need people like that, though.
Yeah.
Those are the people that break the mold.
Yeah.
You know, that's that. I feel like that getting beat out of you in school happens so much, especially for men.
Yeah.
Like it's like sit down. We don't care what you think. We
Yeah.
don't care what you're interested in.
Yeah, buddy
we don't
boy.
want you bucking authority. That's for sure.
That's
we
facts.
certainly don't want you leading these other people.
That's a fact. I mean, it's wild. But that's probably my toxic trait.
Okay.
My other toxic trait is probably shit. I don't really know. I do have a lot, but I don't know.
I think
I get if I'm really like a girl, I have a little jealous
Jealousy.
side in me.
Okay,
Where
okay.
it's like if I can't be there with the girl
Yeah.
like present,
Yeah.
and I know like there's other guys that are gonna be fucking with this girl. I trust the girl. It's just I wish I was there so I could beat the shit out of them if they tried something. Like obviously the girl, if I'm gonna date a girl, it's like she's gonna say
Yeah.
no to the guy. But I'd rather be at the bar or wherever. He won't even come up. And if he does, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you.
Yeah.
You know,
No,
Cherokee
that's real.
style, bitch.
That's
right in
real.
your fucking
Cherokee,
face,
just-
son.
yeah.
Slap kick to the face. That's just
I
what
think that's why, like, if I drink too much tequila, I get,
oh yeah.
especially before noon, I get violent.
I pissed on myself one time after blacking out on tequila.
Really? I've never peed myself. Never.
I'm okay with sharing it because I don't remember
like,
it as
I'm ready
very
to
good.
like. I want to like.
You're a fighter. I feel like you'd beat ass.
Yeah.
You do beat ass. You just
I mean, I got 10 brothers and sisters. If you don't know how to fight, you're not going to survive that shit.
Yeah, buddy.
You got to get tough.
yeah, I can see that. Yeah, that would.
I mean, my mom would leave to go to the grocery store, and it was like if you had pissed off someone, it was like
It's game
you better
time.
hope she brings your ass with her. Because because when she goes, you're fucking dead.
Oh yeah.
You know, and we'd be like, Mom, please take me with you. Please take me with you.
I need something.
And we'd settle at all scores on the trampoline.
Oh,
you know, we get out
Dude,
there and just beat the shit.
Trampoline, dog. I got kneed in the face so many times on a trampoline.
Yeah, or remember when they'd sail you? You know, like they'd bounce you really high and then shove you out of the air?
Yep. Yeah. That's just not, that's probably, I don't know how we got there from toxic, but that's probably my tequila, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you said you want to beat the shit out of somebody.
Yeah, and I was on Broadway, and I had a hotel, and the hotel that I went into, it was like memories. I was very drunk, and I couldn't find when I walked in the hotel, it was dark.
Yeah.
I couldn't find the bathroom, so I was like, all right,
on yourself.
I'm gonna just let it rock right here. So I let it rock on my jeans. Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
Yep. So
like,
now I'm a whiskey guy. I don't drink tequila no more. I'm just like, how could, that's not human, bro. That's not me, you know? Let me get a whiskey story, then I'll switch to vodka. That's not me. Damn, I pissed on myself.
You're just like, I go right where I stand.
Exactly.
Right where I stand.
I remember just laying down and being like, oh, feels so good and warm. And then I woke up, it was just gross.
When's the last time you peed the bed?
I peed the bed till I was like 12 or something.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I have a small bladder, so I was kind of embarrassing. My mom bought me diapers one time whenever I was 11. Yeah, I swear to God, bro.
Subtle hint.
Yeah, now I can say it. I'm older, so now y'all can know from middle school.
Man,
I wore diapers a couple days of school.
No, to school?
Yeah, dude.
Aww.
I had trouble
Oh.
with my bladder. Yeah. I still do to this day, man.
I'm just saying, you know.
Come on, baby.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking
Man.
about. Let's rock there.
You know, when you.
I'll sign that. I'll sign that petition right there. Where's the line at? I'm on. I'll lead that train. But yeah, that was wild to me. That was wild to me. The tequila. Oh shit. That's what you still like. You still like tequila?
I still like tequila. I'm not a big drinker.
Yeah.
I was telling you this earlier before we started, but like I drank a lot from like 15 to 19, like a lot.
Yeah, same.
Like I got into a really bad drunk driving accident. I was the drunk driver. And it was kind of after that, I just pulled way back. I was just too fucking rowdy. And
absolutely.
So yeah, I don't like to drink a ton before I perform. I'm pretty professional with that. Sometimes I like to take the edge off, but I'm not a big drinker. But if I do, it's like high shelf tequila or wine. You know?
High shelf tequila or wine.
Yeah.
Cabernet Sauvignon.
Write that down.
That's it's the dream. The dream right there.
Yeah.
That's the list.
And I can't afford that much, so I don't drink that much.
Hey, boom. Okay, so now I'm getting onto that wave too. Just only like expensive shit because we won't get it. Yeah, I love that. I'm all in.
That makes you healthy.
Yeah, I'm about to tell my boys that one. If they ask me why I'm not drinking tonight, you gonna buy that for me, Top Shelf? Nope. Shut up.
Who's buying? Yeah.
Liquid Death time. That's what I'm on.
Yeah.
But,
Liquid Death time.
Them Liquid Death, son. But I do want to ask, just to close this thing, like a big part of my message, my story, my artist side has a lot to do with mental health because I've just been through a lot of shit too.
Wow.
And I like how you said with girls and, hey, thanks. Yeah, I will finish this. This is also.
You're on a cleanse right now. You're on a cleanse.
Kinda. We call it a semi-cleanse.
Oh, semi-cleanse.
Yeah.
Soft cleanse.
Tim knows about those. Yeah. So I like drink a couple White Claws.
We call it a semi-cleanse where I'm just hydrating from a hangover.
Yes, that's what I would say. But that's so true. I think that's true. But you were saying with Girls of Summer that you don't want your songs to just go for girls like you wanted to hit with guys too. It's just written from a different perspective. Mm-hmm. So mine is, I did a song called Boys Don't Cry, but it's a talk about how men need to speak up about their mental health and know that it's okay to cry. And there's girls that come in and I want them to feel the same way. Yeah. Girls go through it too. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I just wrote it from a guy's perspective, my perspective. And so I think like that's been a big part of my message is the mental health side. If you're willing to share whenever you've just been through your deepest darks and what has helped you to kind of, has music been a thing or what's helped you to get out of that? And, kind of, sometimes you just feel like you don't want to go no more. And like, what has helped you get out of that? For me, that's what.
Yeah, I think so for me, my siblings have been a big part of helping me kind of stay out of my darkest spots. I think probably my darkest time has been pretty recently. I have a really difficult relationship with my mother. And she struggles with mental health. And that has been really, really hard, especially with me having a kid and stuff.
Totally.
It's been really hard.
Totally.
So I think having other people that that love you and want the best for you is huge. Like surround yourself with people that genuinely love you. And people, the difference. You can tell when someone really loves you and wants to be wants the best for you.
Totally.
And also I meditate. I spend a lot of time outside in nature.
Preach on that. For real. That meditation thing is real.
It's so real. And
God, you feel like a nerd at the beginning, but then once you get the vibe of it, it's like, why have I not been doing this for longer?
Have you ever done breath work?
Like, are you talking
like breathing? Yeah,
dude, every morning.
I do that too.
Every morning.
I get out of rhythm with it, where I get on these kicks and then I kind of. But for me, my biggest mental health medicine is the outdoors. I'm outside all the time, whenever I can be. I love being in the woods. I love being around nature, and not like I like outdoor sports.
Yeah.
I love to move my body. I really feel like there's an energetic kind of like I gotta get this energy out of
me.
I connect with God there and
I love that.
and Mother Nature. It's really big for me. So
that's incredible. No, that's perfect.
I pray.
Prayer. Everything you said is spot on for me as well. There's been a thing that I've also started doing to where literally right when I wake up, I go and take my morning piss, and then I get into the mirror, and I'm the breath work.
Yeah.
And then this is gonna be weird.
There's 2 in, 1 out.
Yeah.
Oh, you're doing 2 out.
25 of them.
Wow,
yeah.
wow.
It does something. It makes you feel like you're gonna pass out, but it's cool.
Do you do a breath hold at the top?
What do you mean?
Like, and then you hold your breath?
Yeah.
After the 25?
Yeah.
Dude, that shit will send you to Mars,
See
bro.
ya. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a morning dose of crack cocaine.
It is a little.
But it feels good.
I've never had crack, but
yeah, but I
imagine it would be.
Yeah, dog. I feel like it's just like that.
Yeah.
But what I've been doing, I saw it, one of my buddies, and it's really weird for men. It's probably not for women, but you look into the mirror right when you wake up. Swear on my life. I've just started doing this probably a month ago, and it does something to your psyche. I love you. I love you.
Yeah.
I love you.
Yes.
You're great. You're great. You're going to do that. You're going to do it today. I love you. I love you, dude.
Yes, dude.
I love you. I swear. It's like literally 60 seconds of affirmation, only positive. And it's really weird for men. I've told my boys that. They're like, weird. And I'm like, dude.
Isn't that weird? Most people can't tell themselves that they love themselves in the mirror.
Get it in the psyche.
Yeah.
And you'll start loving yourself more. You'll start thinking, I'm gonna go play this show. It's just something, it's manifestation, and you're just preaching it into existence.
Totally. Right after I had my baby, I got postpartum depression. And it was something I never thought that someone like me would get.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I was so unprepared for like the birth that I ended up having. I started off having a home water birth.
Wow.
And I ended up getting a hospital transfer and having a C-section, and it just totally fucked me up.
Totally.
But after that, I would look in the mirror and my body is so fucking different. Like, it's been so many shapes and sizes in the last year that it's just like a real mind fuck. Like, it's like, didn't recognize my body. I have this crazy like cut on my stomach, and like my boobs it was fucked up. And I just one night, instead of looking at my body and like going and just being scared, I just put my hands on myself and I was like, thank you. Thank you for what you did. You're healing wonderfully. You're doing great. You did a wonderful job. Like,
I love that.
And I just like told my body that like it was okay to heal slowly, and like it did such a good job.
Fire.
Like, it kept me healthy and alive, my baby, and like it changed me. I'm telling you, like there was some type of cell something that happened.
Incredible.
And it is very real.
Yeah, that's amazing.
It's really real.
I'm glad.
What gives you self-esteem?
What do you mean?
Like, what gives you self-esteem?
What makes me...
Like, what makes you feel good? Like something that you do that like, it's like, I feel good about myself.
What makes me feel good? Doing good things for other people.
Yeah.
I love surprising people.
Yeah.
I love getting them something they've wanted, or writing them a song that they've... Or shit, what else makes
it's like acts of service. Like,
acts of service is really... I love cooking. I'm a big cook guy. I love to cook, and I love...
What do you cook?
Whatever you want. My mama's a great cook, so I grew up with her, making everything. Like, so if I have friends over or girls, I'll just literally be like, just sit down, watch the TV. And I like to cook it up. It does something to my brain. It's like
I wish I had more of that. I like to like be at a party. I love to socialize, and I want to have people over, but I don't really excel at being a host.
Totally.
Because like I'm supposed to be cooking, but then I'll end up just chatting, and then no one has food.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
It's not a good host.
I get what you're saying though. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yes, that one does. What else gives you self-esteem?
Those
That's probably the one.
Answers.
I love making people feel good, you know? I also love making not weird, I would say awkward people comfortable. That's one of my favorite things on earth.
Wow, yeah.
I mean, that is my shit.
Dude, we always had like the outcast kids hanging out at our house.
God, there's
always
the weird kids, man, whenever, and I mean weird nicely, like just different.
Yeah.
Whenever you can make them feel, you can get them out of that shell a little bit.
Yeah.
And when you can start seeing them act differently and happier and laughing.
Wow,
that is my
so
shit.
You brought that up. Like, I haven't thought about that for a minute, but like my family, we were really good at that. Like us kids were kind of like, so I didn't go to school at all. Like I have like a 6th grade education. I never went to school. But like we were always kind of like, I hate to use this word, but like a little bit popular in like because we were always in like groups and we were kind of rowdy.
Well, there's
and, like,
10 of y'all MFers
so
too.
People were kind of drawn to us, right? Yeah. So we always had a lot of friends, but like we always hung out with the kid that like no one would hang out with or thought they were nerdy. Like we were always like, dude, Jared's awesome.
Come on.
And he would we had people like that all the time.
And I tell you something.
They always felt like they would belong.
There's most of those kids, I would say it happened a lot in high school and some in college. I don't talk to them. I don't even know where they're at.
Yeah.
But we're talking about it right now on this. They remember that too. Yeah. And they're like, that's a cool MFer, making me feel good.
Yeah.
Whenever I didn't even love myself or I was too scared to say something. That is what gives me the highest of highs. I love making people feel good.
I love
that.
So
what gives you self-esteem?
I think being able to be a good sister gives me a lot of self-esteem. Like being at a place in my life where I have enough to give back to my siblings feels really good.
Oh, I love that.
Like we when I say poor, I mean poor. I didn't have a new pair of shoes till I was 17, and I bought them myself.
Damn.
Like I had hand-me-down. I shared a bed with one of my siblings till I moved out. Like we were poor, and so I think what gives me self-esteem is like just climbing out and like knowing that even with a 6th grade education and every odd possible stacked against me, that like I've made something of myself.
Absolutely.
And it's not really like self-centric in a way. It really is kind of like, I feel like now if I was to leave this world now, I have something that I can leave.
Spot on.
To my family.
It's not self-centric at all. It's really motivating. And it's just, I don't know, it's just like inspirational.
Thank you.
Because I don't know, I think we're on the same vibe to where I grew up in a really poor community, and anyone that can make it out, even if it's like not even in music, just in general.
Yeah, anyone who got out.
Are you kidding me?
Kids, you joined the military.
Yep.
Those were like the poor white trash kids. Like if you didn't join the military, you were probably going to end up on meth. Like
you're in jail on meth on the streets, or you're going to work for your dad's company.
Right.
Like that was the thing.
If you had a dad.
If you had a dad, right. If he wasn't already on meth. That's
you're
like,
going to go work for your dad in his meth lab.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, real shit. So I just root for people like you and any girls or guys watching this. Just know, like you're just living proof that. It's possible.
You know, I don't
6th grade education.
Yeah.
Damn,
and, you know,
dog.
I'm not saying that as a flex or a brag or anything. I didn't really have. By the time, so you know, my parents were very hippie and we were all homeschooled. So I never got into the into the public school system. And then my parents split up, and you know, I was 15 or 16. I think I probably could have gone to school if I wanted to, but I was. My mom really needed me at that time to make money. And so I was just making, I went right to work, you know? So, but I don't have any learning disabilities. I love to read. I'm a really smart person.
Hell yeah.
I don't, you know, so it hasn't been a goal of mine to like, I don't think I would have ever gone to college anyway. And I feel like I've learned so much more out of life not going to school than most people that I mean, damn, some of the dumbest people I know have degrees.
Dog, man, I feel like you would have scored a higher score on the ACT, and I went to high school than me. You would have scored higher than me.
Thank you.
I didn't pay attention to shit. I just didn't. It wasn't my vibe to be in a classroom being told what to do and what homework. I hated it. Well. I didn't go well.
Well, you're creative too, though. So
exactly. So like I'm drawing and I'm working on my autograph and I'm doing I'm not paying attention to what this teacher's. Screw off, dude. No. And so it's just really cool to kind of just to see.
So what I was saying was like, I don't have this Pollyanna view of this country. It has its flaws, right?
Totally.
I do still think that we live in the greatest country on earth.
Hell yeah.
I think that, the Yankees, right? That's the best team. That's the best baseball team in the world.
Are you lying?
No.
That's my favorite team.
They are. But not every single player is the best player in the world, right?
That's my favorite team, too.
That's your favorite team? Dude.
Sister's weird.
The Red Sox are my favorite, but the Yankees are the best team. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
So they're my favorite.
Yeah.
So anyway, what I'm saying is like, America is the best country on earth. Is it flawed? Yes. Are there some fucked up dark things here? Yes.
Jace.
But I have a hard time dunking on this country because I am the product of the American dream. I am. Totally. I am.
Yeah, that is so true though. That's incredible.
If I was born a woman in another country, I would not be sitting here with you.
Oh,
with the story that I have.
Naomi.
So
so true.
So I'm just saying, like with a 6th grade education, I was able to become, a multi.
Yeah.
I've had multiple songs on the country chart. I make good money. I have a record deal. I'm touring. I get to live my dream, and I don't think that happens anywhere else.
What advice do you have? What advice do you have for anyone growing up in a super small town, or someone that doesn't feel like they can make it out because no one does from where they're at? Or they don't feel like they have enough money, or they don't feel like they have this and that. What advice do you have for anyone, boy or girl, that doesn't know if they can really, truly make it? What advice would you give them? And whatever they're doing, not even just in general.
Yeah.
What advice would you give them to keep going when it looks impossible?
You need heroes. You need a hero. Find out who you want to be. So say you want to be a football player or, the best tower crane engineer. What I did was I studied my heroes and I figured out what they did and I did that. And I think that there are roadmaps out there, even if no one comes up and hands it to you.
Oh, I love that.
You can study these people that you love and that you follow, that you aspire to be, figure out what they did, and do those things.
Oh, I love.
And it's not going to be fucking easy. A lot of these people, a lot of these, maybe it's going to college.
Yep.
Maybe it's sticking it out. Maybe it's living in your van while you're a med student. I don't know.
Yep.
But figure out what your heroes did and do that.
I love that. That's huge. And then whenever this person that doesn't feel like they're gonna make it, they don't feel like we people from our place.
It's gonna
we
get
don't
you
make
somewhere. Yeah.
What last question I have?
Yeah.
What do you tell them to have that drive like you did to keep going? What do you tell them so they don't fall down and then end up like?
Yeah. Well, you're gonna fall down, man.
How do you get up? Is my question.
I think just, having tenacity is just being tenacious is just going to get you so far. Getting back up is not easy, but I mean, here's what keeps me getting back up. When I drive out here, there's going to be people on this street up here signing, right? For homeless people signing, or some of them aren't homeless, but whatever. I don't think that I'm that far away from being on the street. Never. I never see my past as being far behind me. I always feel like just a few wrong moves and I'm right there. I'm fucking panhandling. Yeah. And I think that there's some truth to that. We all think we're so far away from that person, but we're really not that removed. So to me, that keeps me motivated.
Yeah.
I've lived in my car.
Yeah.
I never want to be that poor again. I never want to go back there. I always want to be someone that my family can depend on.
Yeah.
So that keeps me going.
I love that.
I guess find what motivates you to get out anyway and just keep going back to that. It's like,
keep rocking.
A yoga mantra.
Yeah.
You're like, when you're in this session, think of a mantra and, when you're having a hard time, come back to that.
Yeah.
You just hang it from, like you're saying, your
Keep
mirror or your
rocking.
whatever.
Keep rocking.
Yeah.
You just got to keep rocking.
Yeah.
That's what we got to do.
And tell yourself that you love yourself.
That's it right there.
Big one, man.
I mean, that's massive. That's a lot of people don't. Even if you don't love yourself, tell yourself.
Who's not Jackie Chan, another.
Jackie Chan's that's a badass
somebody
dude
like
right
that.
there.
Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee.
Be careful how you talk to yourself because your cells don't know the difference.
Oh, hello.
And
Bruce Lee in this thing.
Yeah.
Salute to that.
Yeah, some type of
I love that.
kung fu shit.
Yeah, what a guy. Well, it's been a freaking pleasure to have you on. Please look in that camera and let them know where they can find you on anything. Let them know.
You can find me on all social media platforms. I'm Naomi Cook Johnson on all of them, and anywhere you stream music, you can look me up. Baby, get it.
Oh, snap. And that is how we are getting out of this bitch.
Yeah.
Because, all right.
Now let's fucking go.
All right, you sons of bitch.
All right, you sons of bitches.
All right, love y'all so much. Thank y'all for tapping into another episode of A Break with Jake. Naomi Cook Johnson and me are out of this bitch. Peace. All right.
Life's hard, but we're gonna make it through it. You can't stop this train. You know we not doing it for the fame, but up in the city, people knowing the name. Cause we don't stop, won't stop, yeah, we keep it rolling. Don't stop, won't stop, yeah, we keep it going. You can't stop us, whole team went global. If